So to reply to my thread, you simply hit this big red button that says reply, and you can reply. Now you can type whatever it is that you want in here as a reply to that thread that obviously is relevant to what you want to say. You can also use these emojis here, and you simply just tap it and it will put it in BB code, and it will post that emoji like that. It will also generate a little bit of a gap, so you can click a few more because you don't want no space in between them, because then it wouldn't work. Okay. Then you have all these little cool gadgets here which can make your reply look a little bit more jazzy. So this one is the bold text. So bold text. And that gives you bold text. This one is for italics, and this will give you italic text, and I completely spelt that wrong. This one is for underline, and obviously you know it's underlined. This is to quote a bit of text. I genuinely don't use this quote one, so I'm going to just stick some emojis in there and show you guys what that looks like in a minute. And then this one is code. So again, we're just going to do a little bit of code. And then you've got list. I actually genuinely don't know what some of these do. So we're just going to go for it and see what happens, because I genuinely don't know what some of them do. Image is really good to upload an image to forums, so I'm actually going to go through that one in just a second. And the same with URL. If you wanted to put a link, for example, www.facebook.com, that will then input it as a link and not just as text. It will actually make it come alive. You can then set your text to different sizes, so small, normal, etc. Typically, normal doesn't do anything. You've got tiny, and it's just nice sort of way to do. And then you have font color. So if you wanted a color, you simply just click one. I always use this one, and it will change the color of your text. Now you can scroll down a little bit and you can see here, you can preview what you wrote, or you can click submit. I'm just going to click preview to show you guys what they all do, but genuinely if you've typed it out and you're happy, just hit the submit button and it will post it. We'll go into that in just a second. But if I preview, this is what it then does. So you've got bold text, italic, underline, a quote looks like this, code looks like that, a list looks like that. This one didn't work. The link one has made it into a link, so if I click that, it will open Facebook in a link. But I don't want to do that because you'll see my Facebook. We have small text, we have tiny text, we have large, we have huge. And then this one is the one that I selected for color. So hopefully all of that made sense. If you want to add an image, well, I always use this site called imgur.com. You simply select new post, you click browse, and you browse on your computer and upload a photo, whatever photo it is that you want to upload. So for example, I want to upload this photo of my avatar. It will load. Once it's done, you click this little arrow and you click get shared links, and you can copy the one, and you want this one here, which is BB code forums, and you can copy it and simply you just paste it in. And if I click preview, ta-da, my picture has showed, and it's nice, good, high quality. So if I wanted to post that, I can simply just scroll down and I hit this submit button. And I have now posted a photo as a reply. I also have an emoji there. I probably knocked that by accident. And yeah, so you can scroll up, and if we go back to the trading tab, you will notice this thread instantly gets bumped up to the top because I've just replied, whereas before it was behind this one. So that is something good. In the trading section, people typically bump their posts up throughout, you know, a couple of minutes each time, because you want your thread to be at the top so people can see it. So that's the idea of how that works. If you wanted to create your own forum post, you hit this new topic button. The same with any of the other sections. So for example, if you go into YoWorld discussion, you hit the new topic. You then give it a title. So if you was to ask a question, so I'm just going to do an example one. What is your favorite YoWorld item? And I usually use italic and a color. This is just like my standard format. So I'm just going to do an example one. And then if I scroll down and hit submit, this generates a thread. And then if you go back to the YoWorld discussion tab and I scroll down, you notice it's created. Here it tells you the amount of replies you've had. So I've had 0. Here it tells you the amount of views that I've had, which is 1, which was me when I created it. If I refresh, nobody's had a look at it yet, probably because it's so early in the morning, and obviously everyone's still in bed. How does the private messaging work? So you select this PM button here, and it takes you to this page. It will have a subject. Obviously you can change it. This is just regarding the thread that was created, the post that I was in. So if you didn't want that, you just delete it and change it. You can delete this if you want. And so this is just quoted from the topic that I was actually in, and the title of the information. So if you wanted to private message me, you can delete that, you can delete that, and you can just give it a subject. So, hey, how are you? And then you simply scroll down. You can preview it or submit. Click submit and it will then instantly send it to me. Another way you can privately message without having to click that PM icon is simply find a member. And that doesn't work. Maybe if we type in... Okay, yeah, I don't know how that works. So simply just click the PM button underneath the thread of the person you want to PM. That's what I always do. So if we click this tab here, you'll notice we're in our inbox. And you'll see here when this loads, this is my inbox. How do you get to it? Go back to the home page of YoWorld Forums. Okay, so under here, we've got board index, which takes you to this homepage of YoWorld Forums. You've got user control panel, you've got private messaging, and you've got view your posts. If someone sends you a private message, this number will turn from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, or to however many it is that you've got in there. And you simply can click that, and it will take you straight to this page. And then you can click and go through whichever one it is that you want. To get to the control panel, you simply click user control panel and it takes you to this here. Now I typically don't use overview, I just skip, I don't know what that does. I use profile for if you wanted to input information about you. So you can add all of these different things here. Occupation, location, interest, date of birth, website, etc. And you simply type it in and then hit the submit button to save. I actually don't post any information in that because I don't want people knowing too much about me. You then have edit signature, and we'll have a look at signature in just a second. Edit avatar. This just tells you the pixels and the size of your avatar. So private messaging. If you go into the private messaging tab, here is where we compose our inboxes, so we can compose a message, as we've already just shown. If you click inbox, this is where all your private messages are. You'll notice here that the inbox isn't very big. You can only store up to 50 messages. If you hit 50 out of 50, people cannot private message you, so it's always a good idea to make sure that you've got a little bit of space free. How to delete a private message. So if you no longer want it, you want to give some space, simply tick the ones that you want to delete, and then scroll down, and then you're going to want to hit this button here, and you're going to want to select delete marked. Select go. Are you sure you want to delete them? Yes. And then click the return to go back, and you'll notice they've now been deleted and space has been made in here. You've got outbox, which I don't know what outbox is. Yeah, I don't know. And then you've got sent messages. So here you can see how many messages you have sent. And again, it's 50 out of 50. So if you want to maintain to see how many you sent, simply keep on track and delete them. But I don't do that. Rules, folders, and settings. Yeah, I don't know. I don't use that, so I don't bother with that. And then you've got the board preferences, which is just information that you can set up. Oh, you can actually set a time zone. Oh, that's interesting. Edit posting defaults. So again, you can edit all these settings, but generally I've never touched them. So I would advise you not to. And then the display ones as well. I wouldn't touch these guys if I was you. You've then got friends and foes lists. So you can apparently add players and manage foes. Apparently, I know with the foes one, it's basically like not banning, it's like blocking players. I actually wanted to block some players when I had all my trouble with my previous videos of me getting banned and stuff. But apparently the foes doesn't really work that well, because people who are on your foes list can still see your threads, they can still reply to them, you can still reply to theirs. It's just pointless, if I'm honest with you. So yeah, in terms of creating a signature, we'll have a look at creating a, in fact no, we'll go to view posts first. If you want to see anything that you've commented on or that you've created, if you click this view posts, scroll down here and you will see all these different threads of either ones I've created or ones that I've replied to. And so it's a nice way to get in touch. You'll notice here someone's actually commented on this thread. So if I click this and scroll down, probably this person is interested in buying an item, hopefully, or they've bumped up my thread. So this guy wants to buy. I'm just making an event. So give me 2 seconds, guys, and I'll just go trade this person. You'll notice underneath everyone, there's a grey line here. And basically this grey line defines where you can type your message and where your signature is. Now you can customize your signature to be whatever it is that you want. A lot of players like to use banner photos, and I've made a tutorial video on how to create one of them, so go check it out if you want to make a tutorial, if you want to make a banner photo. Some people like to put links to their apartments in, and I've got mine there, but I've got it as a URL link, so I've put it as saying visit me. You click it and it will open my apartment. So how do you edit your signature? How would you create your signature? Well, if we scroll up and we go to the user control panel, and then you go to profile, and then you hit edit signature. Under this section here, you can edit your signature, okay? So if I just preview mine, you will see what it currently looks like, which makes it a little bit more easier for you to visualize. So I have a BB code for URL here, and the URL ends here. This is what we call HTML code. We then have a image here, which is in BB format for an image. So this is the picture, this little bit of code here, which I showed you guys how to do, how to upload one. You simply upload it in imgur.com, you copy it, and you would paste it in. You then select the URL button here, make sure you've highlighted the text, and then you'll notice the URL goes around it, which is what you want. So this is open and this is closed. It's got backslash next to it. So if I just go back and delete that, and I can't do that, so I'll just have to manually delete that. That adds a link around the image, which will basically make the image clickable. To then put the link, you want to open up inside of the first URL, you want to put an equal sign, and then put the link of whatever it is that you want. So if you wanted this to be able to be clickable to take you to your YoWorld apartment, put the link to your YoWorld apartment in there. I actually have the link to my YouTube channel because my YouTube channel is YoWorld related, and I just want players to be able to see all the content that I'm publishing. I then have this next set of code here, which looks a bit messy, but basically all that code is just for this little bit here which says visit me. So as I said, I like to give my text a colour, and I like to make it in italic. I also made it in a smaller size I then had a URL, just as I showed you guys there, which has my apartment link in it. And then within the URL, before it closes, I put visit me as the text for people to see, and then I have some hearts just on the side. And then you close off the sizing, you close off the italics, you close off the colour. But if you didn't want any of the fancy sort of dressing and things like that, you can simply just type in here. We could just delete all of that and we could put Figgy, and if I preview that, that's how it would look underneath my player. Okay, so I hope that makes sense for you guys. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. I've got a feeling this may be a very long video, so I may chop this up and it may be 2 videos, so section 1, section 2, or part 1, part 2, or something like that. But be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below any video suggestions that you guys want me to do, because I'm more than happy to do them for you. And I will see you guys on my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.